We're really excited to host Mississippi State here tomorrow night. To have a team of this caliber in our gym means a lot. We know that there are going to be some challenges. Number 10, Mississippi State, number 10 in the country. This is a program that has competed for a national championship. So they have a winning tradition about themselves. And so we understand what the challenges are going to be, but we're just truly honored to have them here in our home gym. Teams of this caliber, you normally go to their places to play them, and for a guarantee where they pay us to play them. And for them to come here, it just opens the door for our community to come in and see, for our fans to get to see a different type of environment. So we're really excited. Vic Schaefer at Mississippi State, his fan base is huge. He may be the only coach in the state of Mississippi who can travel and take 2,000 to 3,000 fans with him. So we're really excited about what this environment will be like on tomorrow night. And so we want to solicit for all the support we can.
Was it a pretty easy process in getting this game here?
It was really easy. My first year, Coach Schaefer called and they wanted a game last year. And so he was in dire need of a game to finish his schedule. And so he talked about coming here, and I asked him to come here rather, and he agreed to it right away. And so when he agreed to it, I thought he was agreeing to come to the Coliseum, and I explained to him, no, I want you to come here on campus, and he was really excited about it. He said, Coach, we'll do whatever you need us to do, just as long as we can finish the schedule for this year. And this was an agreement between him and I, and not assistant coaches, but we were able to work it out, and so he's a phenomenal person. So,
Coach, how do you feel like your team is playing, or at least what their state of mind is? It has some games under their belt going into this one.
We have definitely been battle tested. We played nationally ranked Miami, number 15. We played Indiana University, who's number 21. And so we've already played these type of teams. And so I've seen my players play good, I've seen them play bad. But with this being our first home game, our players don't want to lay down in front of their fans. I think they're really geared mentally to come into this game to be tough and to give all they have on the floor and be competitive. It's going to be a tough game. You're talking about a 6'5" who's averaging 18 points a game. She's been unstoppable. You're talking about a Mississippi State team who averages 104 points a game. And so we know we have our work cut out for us, but our girls have been practicing hard. They're really excited, and they just want to play in front of their home team.
How much of a focus when putting the non-conference schedule together was to schedule these top 25 opponents? Was that to kind of prepare for the SWAC?
Absolutely not. I had no idea these opponents would be ranked this high. Indiana University was not ranked when we scheduled them last year, and when the polls came out, I realized we had 3 or 4 teams on our schedule that was nationally ranked. I was like, oh my goodness, but it's preparing us. It is. It's turned out to be a really good thing for us. We had an opponent who's not ranked, who was kind of on our level, and our girls went in and handled business with ease, and so it's preparing us. But we definitely want to open our schedule up to be a little bit more tougher than last year. It definitely is working in our favor right now.
When you put a schedule together, like you said, you didn't know that these teams would be ranked this high, but when it's so early in the season where you're playing these ranked teams, there's the possibility for a lot of losses early on. How do you make sure that the team, it doesn't get away from you?
Well, we have to make sure that confidence is there, and we applaud the good that they do. And so we focus on getting better in small areas. And if you can focus on getting better in those small areas, you can keep that confidence there. And so we played we played 21 Indiana University. They had 52 rebounds, we had 52 rebounds. And so that was something that we look forward to. We played Miami, we forced Miami into 21 turnovers. We only had 15. And we beat Miami on the boards. And so we look at those small things, and those things keep us grounded and keep us with that confidence.
What are your emotions like heading into this game? Obviously, you're focused on having your team ready, but getting to host a program of that caliber has to be, I imagine, one of the more exciting moments of your career.
Yeah, I am just really excited. I can't explain to you how excited I am. And I'm really thankful for Vic Schaefer. He did not have to do this. He did not have to come here. But he understands the support he has, and he understands what it's going to do for us in our community and for what we're trying to do with our program. And so I'm just truly thankful for this opportunity. But again, we have to get prepared. We have to get prepared to play. We have to get prepared to be competitive. And we go into every game with the mindset to win. And so that's what we're going in this game for. The girls are ready for it, and having a player on our team from Mississippi State, she gives us a lot of insight of what the program is going to look to run offensively, defensively. She knows the entire team and what they each can do, and she talks about how to stop them, and she says herself, hey, I got to get my team ready. And so she's bringing that excitement as well to the team, and she's bringing that excitement to me. And so she actually comes into the office and tells me, hey, coach, we need to do this. Hey, let's look at this offense. Hey, coach, this defense. And so she's really excited. So I'm just excited to have this opportunity.
How much is she taking this game personal coming up at all or anything like that?
She is, absolutely. She was counting down to this game. She said, Coach, I have 5 games to get ready for Mississippi State. Every game I play, I want to get better and better and better. So when I hit the floor against Mississippi State, I'm ready. She's been out 2 years of basketball. And so she's been gradually getting better and better and better. Minor setback last game, but I think her having a setback last game has really pushed her to have a better game on tomorrow.
What are you expecting from the crowd? Because you mentioned how Mississippi State travels well. So for this stadium, it's probably going to be packed.
Yeah, right now, I'm hearing it has been sold out. In terms of the Mississippi State fans. I know Coach Schaefer called and he wanted more tickets. When we went to play them on last year, they gave us 50 tickets, and so we were going to return a favor to them as well. And so it's really important for him to have a big crowd, because coming into a new place for the first time, that's something for them to worry about as well. This would be their first road game of the season. So, new rims, new court. We're a Nike school, they are Adidas. They play with Adidas balls, we play with Nike basketballs. And he called ahead and he wanted to know what kind of balls we use. And, they went and purchased balls to start practicing with. So, he has some concerns as well. And so he definitely wanted to make sure the fans are in the stands for that support for him as well.
Are you worried that it could be kind of like a 50-50 crowd? Like where, I'm sure the state fans will kind of make it feel like a pseudo neutral site road game type feel.
I think Vic Schaefer is wanting that to be like a neutral site for him, and I think his fans will definitely come out and support. But I think that our people are going to come out as well, because it's such a big game, and this will be an opportunity to see a different style of play, some different type of excitement. Our SID has done a good job in promoting this game, and so we're really excited. So if we can get the same crowd both ways, I think it'll definitely work in our favor.
Coach, talk a little bit about your guard play and how they match up with the guard play of Mississippi State.
Mississippi State guards are extremely quick. They do a great job of attacking the rim and getting to the basket. They also shoot the ball well from the outside. I think we have similar quickness as well, and we have guards who can get to the rim and score, and guards who can shoot the ball from the outside. I really think we match up well with Mississippi State, having a big on our team that can play with their big, and the rest of their players are the exact same size and speed as our players at each position. Coming off the bench, he has a lot of depth, and I think we bring that off the bench as well. So we just have to put the pieces together. We just have to match and exceed their tone and the tempo that they come in with. And we just, they're going to have runs and we're going to have runs. We just got to make sure we maintain.
Coach, how do you measure success not only in this game but in the non-conference schedule?
We measure success just looking at winning those small battles. We set team goals every game, and then our goals, we set rebounds, we set holding opponents to a certain amount of rebounds. And so the goals that we set, we come back and we look at what we met. And so the ones that we met, we celebrate, and the ones that we didn't do well for, we come back into the next game and try to execute in that area as well. So we have to, at this point in the season, playing big teams, we have to measure our success based on accomplishing goals and what we do well. I tell our players, when you're playing such an up-tempo, you're playing teams that play for national championships, they obviously have a really good program. They obviously have really good coaches. So you have to take advantage of your possessions. And so sometimes you gotta slow the game down, because they'll try to speed you up. You have to slow the game down and play at your tempo. You have to work the ball, work your offense, move the ball, make good passes, and execute. You have to be disciplined and execute. And that way, at the end of the game, we can say we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. Win or lose, we did what we were supposed to do.
Coach, what is your mindset like for a big game like this? What do you do to get yourself prepared for a game?
Well, watch a lot of film. Watch a lot of film, and you know, as I lead my players, I want to make sure I know all the play calls. I want to make sure I know what they're going to do after timeout. I want to make sure I know what's going to happen, you know, after a free throw. I just watch a lot of film. I watch a lot of film and study the team. I study the coaches. I study the coaches' calls. I study coaches' mannerisms. I study everything because I'm looking for it. I want to look for any place I can for our team to be successful, and that's what we're going to attack, those areas. And so I watch a lot of film, and I mentally and verbally get our players ready for it. Going into a game like this, practice was tough. We scrimmaged, no fouls were called. We had our guys, our male practice players, holding our players, holding them, make it tough, make it so they can't get open. We try to create a very tough environment here in practice, so when we get into the game, it's really easy. So for me, I just want to make sure I'm preparing them in that area, and that comes from watching a lot of film.
What do you think's been the biggest thing you've had your team focus on in practice? Like the number one thing on the whiteboard that says we have to do this to win?
To be honest with you, the number one word that we've been using is toughness. Tough. Because you have to be tough. You have to be mentally tough. You have to be physically tough. You have to be tough all the way around to even execute your offense, to even execute your defense. It starts with your mental toughness. And so that's one word we've been using a lot of. Today, the emphasis would be to stop the drive. Stop the drive. We can stop them from getting into the paint. We can control the game. We can control the game. We can control the boards and rebound the ball. We have a good chance with the game. So those are going to be some of the emphasis today. Yesterday was about being tough, and today is going to be stop the ball, stop penetration, block out, and rebound.
Any interesting quirks that you noticed that Coach Schaefer does? You say you've been studying mannerisms, like if he crosses his arms or something like that. Anything?
So when he takes the jacket off, the team goes to another level. And so I'm watching for the jacket to come off, and then I have to really tell my team, get ready. Really tough, get tough right here. So I love when you take the jacket off. Matter of fact, I want to have a jacket on as well so I can take it off. But nah, he does a great job. And the jacket normally stays on maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and then it comes off. And so he's really exciting to watch. You know, he's somebody I really look up to a lot. And since I've been into this profession, I've talked to him, I've leaned on him. He's been a mentor. And so, you know, you have to study the great, because I want to be a national contending team as well one day. And so he's somebody definitely you want to study. He's laid back. His team has a system. He doesn't do a whole lot of pointing and calling plays. They know what to do. So, you know, he's a pretty great guy to watch. But the jacket is one thing you have to look out for.
How has their success kind of galvanized, or if it even has, like, galvanized the state when it comes to women's basketball?
You know, when Coach Schaefer took over that Mississippi State program, I mean, it just brought so much respect to the state of Mississippi. Players were once leaving Mississippi, going to the Georgias, going to the South Carolina, going to LSU. They were leaving the state to go other places. And when Coach Schaefer came in, he brought so much recognition. You know, he signed in-state players. He signed players from where he came from, which is understandable because those are the players that he knew. And even now, he's got a lot of Mississippi players on his team. And so that respect is there, that honor is there, that value is there. He did so much for the state of Mississippi in terms of girls basketball. And so our players believe more in what we have to offer. Our players now at the high school level are working so much harder because they know, hey, I can stay right here at home and represent. And so on that scale, that's what we want to be for in the state, in the city as well, here at Jackson State. But Coach Schaefer has taken Mississippi to a national prominence. And so, you know, he does a great job with that.
How does that help your program when it comes to recruiting?
Well, we can talk about, you know, staying here to be successful. You don't have to leave. You can stay right here in the state. You can, you know, be a big fish in a small pond. You know, those are some of the things that we can share here. And with our experience in playing teams like this, him coming here, recruits love that. They get to play a number 10 team in the country right at home. You know, it's pretty huge in the recruiting process.
Coach, when you talk about like turnovers, like do you have a certain number that you say, well, if you get less than this, we win the game, or how do you go about teaching turnovers?
I like to be realistic. Normally, you know, when you get into conference play, you want to have less than 12 turnovers. But when you're playing big teams like this, I give our players 15 turnovers. You know, we want to have 15 or less turnovers, and that's just being realistic. You know, a team try to speed you up like a Mississippi State team. You want to say more, but you want the players to stick to that 15 because you're getting them prepared for the 12 when you get into conference. So right now we want to have less than 15 turnovers a game.
You talked about points for double.
Yeah, we're really excited about Nisha Hamer. She scored her 1,000 point, and we knew that was going to come pretty easy. But she worked extremely hard, getting a double-double versus Indiana State. I mean, those post players for Indiana State were like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 280. They were huge. And so her battling down there with them and pulling them away from the basket and scoring on them, you know, it just gave us a lot of promise for what we're going to see from her from time to come. She has set her goals to reach a higher number. She wants to break the school record in points scored, and I think she has an opportunity to do that. She played very unselfishly to get that. She just went to work on grabbing rebounds and finishing around the basket. So we're really excited about Nisha Hamer.